let's do this. Alright, time to feed these hungry gamers. Hello, people. Another beautiful day. Yeah. Hope your five senses work. Health and strength is good. What? What's up, gamers? What's up, Steam Deck fans, Steam Deck Tribe, Steam Deck Nation, Steam Deck World, Steam Deck Legion, what's good? Steam Deck Mob, what's happening? And the Steam Deck Squad, what's up? We ain't talking about the Steam Deck right now. We talking about this Activision Blizzard deal. Listen to this. So let me get this straight. Okay. We got Japan. We got Ukraine. We got Saudi Arabia. We got Serbia. We got Chile. We got Brazil, right? And then we got Japan, right? That's 7. We gave our 10-year contracts to Boosteroid, Ubitus, EE, Nvidia, and Nintendo, right? Microsoft giving out 10-year contracts, right? We got one more card. We got another country that joined the party. South Africa. Listen to this. Listen to this. What's up, Tech for Gamers? Anyway, listen to this. Says here, South Africa approves the Microsoft acquisition. Whoops, did I get this right here? Whoops. South Africa approves Microsoft acquisition Blizzard. No, South Africa approved Microsoft Activision Blizzard acquisitions. Yeah, South Africa. Yeah, you know the CMA in the UK is like, okay, Microsoft. We know you got this 10. We know you just bought Activision Blizzard. Okay, show us something. Okay, 10 years. Phil Spencer, I want my 10-year contract. But anyway, you're joking. Listen to this though. I'm sitting here playing around here. Says here, recently Japan joined the growing list countries favoring the Activision Blizzard acquisition. This was not too surprising since Activision games like Call of Duty have not found much popularity in the region. Following the latest development on the Microsoft Activision merger, South Africa has now approved the acquisition. It says South Africa Regulators Competition Commission released a report reviewing this decision. The regulators addressed previously discussed concerns like Microsoft potentially limiting Call of Duty access to Xbox consoles on PC. These concerns were denied by the regulators, with the Competition Commission stating that Microsoft has little evidence to do so. The report also highlights Microsoft's recent commitment and deals which will ensure Call of Duty on Nintendo platform and access to several cloud gaming services like Ubitus and EE. These measures have also convinced more strict regulators like the CMA. The regulators has now abandoned concerns regarding competition in the console market, with efforts focused on the cloud gaming market. These approval can be seen as small but meaningful steps for Microsoft towards full ownership of Activision Blizzard and its IP. Previously, countries like Serbia, Chile, Saudi Arabia, and Brazil have also approved the Activision acquisitions. However, Sony continued to oppose the deal, going as far to say the CMA conclusion on the deal is irrational. And that's the end of the article. So yeah, South Africa has joined the party. Okay, look, when this whole thing started, man, Sony should have went to Activision Blizzard and said, okay, man, how can we help you guys? What can we do? You know, how can we help you? They didn't do anything. Nintendo, they didn't do anything. Then there's Take-Two. Then there's Tencent. Matter of fact, Tencent and Nvidia supports Microsoft in the deal too. Let's not forget about that. Then there's Take-Two, Tencent. Then there's Valve and Take-Two are spectators. Then there's Google. Then there's Amazon. Google was mad at Microsoft because they were mad at Microsoft because Microsoft beat them to the deal with Activision Blizzard. And then, of course, there's Microsoft. So Activision Blizzard was really up for grabs, man. Was really up for grabs. Anybody with big pockets could have got Activision Blizzard, you know. So Microsoft saw it. Phil Spencer went to the heads at Microsoft, was like, look, man, we need to jump on this. What y'all think? The heads at Microsoft looking at each other like, okay, what should we do? Should we help them? Should we care? Should we show them love? Should we show them sympathy? Should we show them compassion? Should we ignore it? Should we ignore it? Should we mind our own business? Should we even care? I mean, all these questions were being tossed about, man. Okay, get them. And take some money with you. Take 70 billion with you, or 68 billion with you. Like an eagle with its claws out. Boom. The deal is done. Okay? And by the time Sony realized what just happened, they started running all over the place. The FTC, they jump in. But the FTC now, they were relying on past history. But they can't do that because that news is old. We're talking now. So, FTC wants Microsoft to turn in paperwork. Microsoft turned in paperwork, but the FTC is saying they're not being transparent. So basically, the FTC doesn't have a case. They're using whatever information they can to build a case against Microsoft. But Microsoft beat everybody to the punch with this. Okay, and when they started this whole Game Pass thing, xCloud and Game Pass, Phil Spencer made a comment. He said Sony and Nintendo is not our competitors. So basically, Microsoft, being the eagles that they are, they looked down the road and saw what the competition was up to and said, okay, you know what? We need to get this Game Pass thing up. And it was that because of ZeniMax Bethesda. When they bought ZeniMax Bethesda for $7.5 billion, that started the whole thing. So once they took them 3 years to make that deal happen. So a lot of talks was happening. You had lawyers on both sides of the table, from ZeniMax Bethesda's side and from Microsoft's side, hashing out the deal. So they took them 3 years to get the deal done. So once they did that, Game Pass is on the map now. And I remember when they let's talk about the Redfall situation too. When they bought when they got Redfall, they said they were going to deal with games on a case-by-case basis. So this notion that the PlayStation fans were starting that Microsoft took Redfall from them is a bunch of nonsense. Okay, they weren't even listening. But anyway, they got once they start making their moves, Activision Blizzard just popped up on the radar, man. Then you got Sean Layden over at on that article on the Gaming Bible talking about Game Pass is not sustainable. So Microsoft kept moving. Once Activision Blizzard popped up on the radar, and then Microsoft realizing that nobody owns Activision Blizzard, and Sony has the Call of Duty contract, and that it was about to be expired, Microsoft swooped in like a bunch of eagles with their claws out and snatched it. Yeah, so yeah, and then the saga begins, right? When this case really started, you had 98% of the shareholders, you had the employees behind it, you had 75% of the public, and then you only had countries like Serbia, Saudi Arabia, Chile, and Brazil, right? And Microsoft didn't start giving out 10-year contracts yet. But as the case goes on, then Microsoft started giving out 10-year contracts to Nintendo, Nvidia, the EE, Ubitus, and Boosteroid. Then Japan joined in. Then Tencent, then Nvidia and Tencent supported Microsoft. Then the Ukraine jumped in. Then Japan jumped in. And now we got Saudi Arabia. So yeah, it's been an interesting it's been a very interesting little situation, man. And those countries, those four countries, they have their they have say so. They have say so and power in that in this case. That's what everybody don't even realize. They have say so and power. So, me personally, I already knew this, that they were going to be really important. Those four countries, they might not be super big, but they have power and say so in the matters. And I knew it was going to come down to this. And I told you guys that as the months goes on, more countries are going to join this. And then you got, so now Japan, the Ukraine, and now South Africa. So yeah, this little court case is getting interesting by the minute. And I did a video 2 days ago talking about it's a test of endurance right now, you know. So it's gonna come down to like, okay, who's gonna wave the white flag now? Who's gonna throw in the white towel or the white flag and back out of it? That's what it's gonna come down to. So yeah, these more countries will be joining this, man. So I will keep you guys posted. Anyway, I'm gonna leave this video for y'all to enjoy. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing. More Dark Side. I'm gone. Peace.